Hey guys, bargain hunting at FYE recently, and picked up something that to me is a really good find because you some things you just know that you're not going to find used, or you don't think you will, at least not in really good shape, uh, because they're rare and because they're hard to come by, and um, either that's probably the main reason. They're rare and they're hard to come by. So today at FYE, looked in there, and they had, of course, a 2-for-1, buy two used, get one for free. But I only bought one thing, and that's because it was such a good bargain. I couldn't pass it up, and really liked what it was and how it looked. So, um, and let me take you back a little bit. It's 1971. The Beatles are broken up. Woodstock has come and gone. Altamont Speedway has come and gone, I believe, which really ended, for a lot of folks, the '60s, which is a decade of peace and love, although it was also partly the decade of Vietnam. Um, but I think Vietnam took an ugly turn somewhere after the '70s started, and got worse, and people started protesting it more, and so on, until finally it ended. But '71 was, let's see, the Beatles had broken up. It was still a time though when musicians could do good and maybe could put their own personal interests aside. So George Harrison, the quiet Beatle, made the biggest bang when he left the Beatles, and certainly this concert was a huge bang. Hard to find. This is in perfect shape, by the way. I would say it's like new. It's as like new as anything I've ever seen. This is the concert for Bangladesh. George Harrison spent 2 months making phone calls to try to gather up some of his friends. And his friends happened to be some of the greatest musicians in the world at that time, and maybe even still today. Some of his friends were Eric Clapton, Billy Preston, Leon Russell, Ringo Starr, and Bob Dylan. So those friends, and a drummer by the name of Jim Keltner. If you know anything about music and rock music, you know Jim Keltner's name. And Klaus Voormann. If you know anything about rock music, you know Klaus Voormann's name. Very often associated with George Harrison. But this is the concert for Bangladesh. It's in perfect shape. Let me take the inside out and show you what I'm talking about. It's in plastic. I'm going to leave it in plastic. The inside is orangey. And a pretty nice box on the outside. Then the inside looks like the album looked like. If you remember the album, the actual record album, if you ever saw it, whether you remember it or you just saw a picture of it, this is what the record album looked like. It had this picture on it. And the songs on this are, they had an introduction by George Harrison, and then Ravi Shankar was on this. He played the sitar, and it's something you could skip through, but I actually enjoy it. They played a song called Bangladun in honor of Bangladesh. And then George Harrison played Wah Wah, My Sweet Lord. Funny, the second song, My Sweet Lord. But Waiting on You All, That's the Way God Planned It. It Don't Come Easy, that's Ringo Starr's song, and he plays there. Beware of Darkness, a great song there. Then the band introduction. Then Eric Clapton comes on and with George Harrison does While My Guitar Gently Weeps. Harrison on the acoustic and Eric Clapton on the electric. Then what's his name there? Leon Russell comes out and does a medley of Jumpin' Jack Flash, the Stones song, and Young Blood. Then Here Comes the Sun. And then Dylan comes out and does Hard Rain's Gonna Fall, It Takes a Lot to Laugh, It Takes a Train to Cry, Blowing in the Wind, and Just Like a Woman. And these versions are some of the best ones you'll ever hear Dylan do. And then the concert closes out with Something, obviously from George Harrison, and the song Bangladesh, which is a good song. And then on the disc 2 of this, there's 2 discs, let me show you that, and a really nice booklet. And until I messed with this booklet, there's a little like thumb thing where I was looking at it. There wasn't a mark on it. There was nothing. So this was pristine up until the time I leafed through it. but I don't mind that it has a little bit of wear on it now. So you've got all the people on it. It shows you where Bangladesh was at the time. It's Pakistani. Great pictures on the inside from the concert. I'll read through this. Believe it or not, that's Eric Clapton right there. Looks a lot different now, doesn't he? That's how he looked back in 1971, though. Billy Preston. The late Billy Preston. I believe he passed away just last year or something, if I recall. There's a better picture of Eric Clapton, I guess. Still, he looks nothing like that. But that's what I remember when he was with Derek and the Dominoes. That's how Eric Clapton looked. Variety of people you may recognize here on the side. Jim Keltner and Klaus Foreman. Klaus Foreman, Jim Keltner. The band. Classic photo of Dylan and George Harrison. Love that picture right there with the blue spot. More pictures of Dylan and the gang. Nice picture of George Harrison. And then all the songs. And then I started talking about the second disc. The second disc in the set has the making of the concert for Bangladesh, both the album and the video, because they made both from the concert. There's a live album that came out from it too, which I have, but I really wanted the video because I remember seeing this. I think it was in the movie theaters, if I'm not mistaken, at one point. Somebody will have to remind me of that. It's been a long time. I believe they made it was actually a movie though, and not just a DVD thing. And here's the 2 DVDs. Perfect shape. DVD 1, of course, is the whole concert, and one DVD, and the disc 2 is the making of. So, real happy to pick this up. And aside from the documentary, there's previously seen unseen performances of "If Not For You" with Dylan and George Harrison. "Come On In My Kitchen," which is a Leon Russell. "Love Mine Is Zero" and "No Limit," also with Dylan. And then there's mini features: the making of the film, the making of the album, the original artwork, recollections from that night, and then something called "Take a Bow." And the special features are 72 minutes. The concert itself is 99 minutes. So get an hour and a half, a little bit more than an hour and a half of entertainment here. And then another 72 minutes, another hour and 15 minutes of behind-the-scenes footage and documentary stuff. Classic, classic. This goes for $99 on Amazon, and depends on, you can find it for 50 or 60 on eBay, or 90 or 100. I mean, it just depends on who's listing it, I guess. And with 50 or 60 is used, the 99 I believe is new on Amazon from a third-party seller. But real happy to pay. $15 is what I paid. So $15 with tax. I think it was like $15.10 or something. 14 something with my discount, and then with tax was like $15. So real happy to get the concert for Bangladesh. There's the side and the back. See, it's in plastic. I can slide that off anytime I want. It slides off easily enough. I'm gonna leave it on though to keep it nice. I'm probably gonna watch this and sell it because I can get 5 times what I paid for it. I'm probably gonna do that. I'm not sure. I do like it quite a bit. I may not sell it. It's one of those things that I remember when it came out, and I remember the concert. It's in perfect shape. By the way, DTS audio on this thing. It's going to sound good. Dolby Digital. Rhino puts it out. Region 1. Great stuff, though. Concert of Bangladesh, guys. Great pickup, and really happy. But check those bargain bins. Check FYE and stores like that. This was used. But like I said, you could have fooled me. If they would have put a new sticker on it, I would have believed it, even after opening it. That's it, guys. Don't know if you're a music fan. I just did recently on my entire music collection. I'm happy to add this to the collection. Monty, you should be a fan of this one. You're a Beatles fan. Concert of Bangladesh doesn't get much better than that as far as video performances from Beatles and ex-Beatles. Real good stuff here. All right, guys, that's it. Take care. See you soon.